All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Craps with John here from ProCraps. We're on Casino Gaming TV like we are every morning at 8 o'clock Pacific. Well, here we go. We got a big day ahead of us here. Let me get right to it and show you what's kind of on tap here for today, which is this. We'll do a little bit of a review of Daily Paycheck from yesterday. Interesting day yesterday, and I think I want to share a little more than I normally do about yesterday's show and about yesterday's roll. So we'll get into that here in just a minute. I'll give you a quick update on Midmo Yo's memorial service and what's the plan is for that, which is kind of a reduced plan now. Talk about the Premier Gaming Party, Craps for the Cure a little bit. My, whatever you want to call it, rant session today was going to be about playing to win, not to lose or not at all. This has been the topic of conversation this week. It's funny to me how I say certain things in kind of in passing, right? Sometimes it's a quick little whatever blurb during a show that someone just latches onto and it becomes the focus of the entire show. It's weird how that happens sometimes, which I think is a good thing. It can be annoying sometimes, but it's a good thing ultimately. And I think it's good conversation piece. So today we're going to talk a little bit about what it means to play to win versus playing not to lose. And that's, I think, an important thing for us all to talk about. And then, of course, we're going to get into our low roller approach number 3 today, which is going to be the low roller hammer. I think you're going to like this one. It's not anything new or exciting or fantabulous. It's just a different way of looking at the same things we always talk about. So we'll get right to that here in just a second. So let's move ahead and do a quick little recap here of Daily Paycheck. So yesterday we won again, or no, we didn't win. We were tied yesterday. We lost 35 or 40, whatever it was, 30 or 40 bucks yesterday. It was an absolute grind. It was 123 rolls, I think it was, to get there. The Molly won the Monday in like 11 rolls, Tuesday in like 17 rolls. Yesterday, it took us 120 something rolls to get to a $30 loss. Because again, the Molly requires a lot to happen. It's a nice strategy. Math-wise, I get where it happens, right? The problem with purely math-based strategies, this one here, the 3-point Molly is the craps equivalent of basic strategy in blackjack, right? Blackjack, if you walk up to a table and just bet whatever you feel like, you're going to be at a 2.5% house edge. If you bet basic strategy, you're at a 0.5% house edge. That's just the way that it works, right? Craps 3-point Molly or 3-point Dolly, both the dark and the light side of the line, on its own is a low house edge. It's 1.3 or 1.4%, depending on which side you play on. When you add odds to it, it lowers the house edge down. So mathematically, house edge wise, it's the best way to play. However, just like in blackjack, you could be the best card counter in town, right? You could be a card counter to the point where they can't tell who you are, and you can gain an advantage on the house. You can be a positive EV instead of a negative EV in blackjack. If the cards don't play along, you're still going to lose your shirt. And I've watched card counters lose their shirt because even though the count was great and they made the right move, the dealer still rolls over. They get the blackjack instead of you. It's all about distribution. Craps the same thing, right? And the Molly is the same thing. It can be the best mathematical play we have. But if the shooter sets 3 points and then sevens out, and then sets 3 points and sevens out, and then has 5 horn numbers in a row to knock out your comes, and then sets 2 points and sevens out, low house edge doesn't matter at all if the bets don't win. You know what I'm saying? The Molly is like that. It's very streaky. I was surprised at how streaky this thing is. It wins easy when it wins. It loses big when it loses. It does have some grind and fight back. We've been down, multiple hundreds of dollars in these things, and we fought back. So it does have the home run potential built in. It's just that it's a frustrating way to play. We're 9-4. We're up 680 bucks. We've lost a little bit of ground here overall. 43-10 for all the strategies, which is pretty good. It's about 75% win rate. It's not terrible. Including the losses of the Latterson and whatever else, we're up about 1,100 bucks in raw strategy play. We're up 4,300 bucks in total because we've had a couple of nice excess wins. And I think excess is where it's at. So there it is, guys. That's the recap for the Molly. Playing it again today at 9 o'clock. So wish me luck that today's not as grindy as yesterday and we can get out of there quick. I like to have a nice, easy morning. Now, here is yesterday's rolls. And I was talking about it took 120 something rolls to get there. I'm not going to go through all these rolls with you, but there's a couple of important points here. This is the Molly losing 40 something bucks yesterday. all this to lose $40. Never did get set. And you can look at a couple of things. I'm going to circle and highlight a couple of things in here for us that I think are interesting and cool, right? I don't know about cool, but they're interesting at the very least. So you got your first shooter, right, is a PSO, right? Even John, where's my thing? PS, oh, why is that not working? PS, why, what the hell? My pen is not happy. Wow, okay, I guess it's not gonna work. We'll just cross that one out. Bad roll, PSO. Right here, we set a point of 9 and hit it. We get a nice little buckshot win. Set a point of 9 and 7 out. Right. So you get one odds win, then one odds loss. Then PSO. Look at it, 2 PSOs in the first couple shots, right? You're out. Every PSO costs you $75. Every loss is $75. Here we go again, right? Buckshot the 4, which is great. Buckshot the 6. I felt like I was doing good. Set a 10, set a 5, set a 9, hit the 9, 7 out. At this point, we're up about $100. Okay. And then it goes chaotic. And then we just go right. Look at these bad throws here, right? We're setting a number, sevening out, right? Point, set a number, hit it, 7 out. Point, set a number, 7 out. Horn number, set a point, set a number, 7 out. That's 225 in losses right there. That's 225. Bye-bye. Right? Here we set a point, we set another number, and we 7 out. That's minus 150. 2 rolls in a row, you're down like, $400. This is what happens. But I want to ask you, when you look at these rolls, I know some of you are in the car driving or whatever, look at these rolls and tell me how real that is. And this is such a good simulation of a live casino table to me. Such a good simulation of a live casino table. It's like perfect. You get a bunch of PSOs. You get a bunch of one-hit wonders in here. There's a PSO, one-hit wonder. There's a bunch of those. It's a couple of decent rolls. Here's a nice decent roll. I ended it with 3 decent rolls. That's how we actually rallied back down here. This was how we got back, right? These rolls in here is how we got back. I ended strong. We were struggling. We were down right here. We were like minus $800 through all this. There was one point we were up a little bit. We were negative $800. And then we caught a couple of good rolls, right? And we were able to stick around long enough to get the good rolls to work. But man, that is so realistic to a live table. It's unbelievable, right? What I want to do with this set of rolls, because I did capture them, I want to talk about it today. I captured them in a file format. If you want them, let me know. Just drop me a note over in the Discord if you want them. I'll just post them. I'll post a set of rolls in WinCraps format. So you can have them, if you're a WinCraps person, put them in WinCraps and run your strategy against those rolls, because those rolls right there are horse pucky. Horse crap. They're terrible, right? There's like 4 PSOs. There's like 5 one-hit wonders in there, right? There's a couple of decent little rolls, but even then, even the decent rolls are 4 box hits. Look at this one here. Look at this here. If I look at this one, 6, 8, 4, 11, 11, 11, 3, 3. Look at that bullshit. Right, that's a nice long roll, right? It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 rollers. 13 rollers, right? 5 are garbage. Actually, this one, the first 6 is garbage, and the last 7 is garbage. Because you don't get paid on setting the point. You don't get paid for the field numbers unless you're popping the field for some reason. And of course, the 7 out at the end doesn't get you. All you get paid on is the 8, the 4, right? The 8, the 4, the second 4, and those 2 8s in there. That's it. That's all you're getting paid on. In a 13 roll, you got 5 or so hits. It's rough, man. So anyway, I'm going to give you all this link or this set of rolls. It's a good session test bed. You have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 shooters. Twice around the table. That's twice around the table. 17 shooters, roughly, okay? I'll make this available to you. This is a really good set of test rolls. If you want to play your own strategies against them like I do, put the dice out there with those rolls and see how you would have done. I can tell you this. I did it in a spreadsheet yesterday. The same better, if I just do same bet the whole way through, it loses about $90. If I do a single unit press, it loses like $140. If I do the skill 66, it loses like 103 or something like that. So all the strategies that we do, the normal kind of ways to play, they're all negative in this roll set. They all come back at the end, but they're all super down up in here. It's actually kind of ugly when you look at it. So anyway, there's that. I'll send that along. Hope that's going to be helpful to some of you to play this in win craps, because it's very, very, I think, realistic as to what life at a craps table feels like. And it felt bad yesterday, but I think it's an amazing thing that we have this nice set of rolls here to kind of test against. All right, here's the deal. For Chiro's Celebration of Life, it is this Saturday. If you're going to Missouri, let me know in Discord. 23rd, it's going to be at 4 o'clock in the afternoon in Lebanon, Missouri. It's going to go 4 to 8. Chiro's wife said from about 5 to 6 or 5 to 7 or so, she's going to show some videos and that kind of thing. So I got a bunch of videos yesterday from like Nemo and Leon and Alfredo. Mine's coming. Jen, I know you're having a tough time filming the video. It's hard to film these videos. A, to get it right. B, to like, what do you say? You know, but please get them to me today. I'm leaving tomorrow, so I need them today. The Mid-Moyo Scholarship Fund link is up here. It's ugift529.com, and there's the code E8J55V. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask everybody, Jeff and Ken and AZ and all the guys going live today. Alfredo, you're being called out too. Everybody, please, let's put this into the, actually I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna put it right here. Somebody do this for me. If I do https://ugift529.com, code E8J-55V. That's in chat right now. If somebody who's a moderator here would please pin that chat. I'm not sure if there's a moderator around, like Jeff or one of you guys, or Chris. If you can pin that chat during this show, during all the shows, I'm going to remind you to go to that link and make your donation. All day long today, we're going to be raising money. This money goes to a scholarship fund for Layla, Chiro's 4-year-old daughter. If we can stuff the box with money, get her a good start, that thing will earn interest for the next 14 years, of course. And then we can keep on doing it. We can do a regular donation. You can set it up to be like, you know, $25 today or $100 today or $25 forever. However you want to do it, up to you. It takes your bank account, it takes your routing and your account number, and it just pulls it, right? It's super easy. There's no fees. It's awesome. Please, if it's in your heart to do it, keep Layla front and center here, right? Let's get this thing rolling up. This was Duracell's idea, and I think that we need to to do what we can. I love the idea that he had, and let's do that. So there it is. That's the Mid-Moyo update. The next thing to talk about here is the Craps for the Cure. Expect lots more on this next week. Now, next week's going to be a weird set of shows, by the way. I'm going to be in Florida visiting my mom. I'm going from Chiro's Memorial down to Florida to visit her. So my shows will be still live, but I'll be doing only Win Craps next week. So next week's going to be a Win Craps week. I may do some coding with you live. I may do some strategy comparisons live, but it's going to be a little bit of this and a lot of Win Craps next week. No table, no daily paycheck next week. I don't have a way to roll dice and do anything. So unless I roll them on the table and do a Win Craps betting with you, which is not that realistic. So no paycheck next week, no live rolling next week. But we will be talking about Craps for the Cure. So next week, you can expect a little bit of planning, a lot of planning sessions with us here on what we're going to do, who we're targeting. And I'll tell you right now, one thing we're going to say about Craps for the Cure is everybody's got to be live, right? You got to be there. I'm not going to do this log in with your phone thing like we did last year and trying with the speakers, and it was a nightmare to get sound to work. The only people on the show will be people in the building, which means I got to get Jacob from Waging Me This to fly out, right? We got to figure out how to get him fired up and fly it out there, right? I want Charlie from DGE out there. I want El Toro out there, right? All of our friends. Alfredo, I know, is already going. Jeff, I know, is already going. Craig is going. DGen is going. Holy Roller is going. Jeremy may or may not be able to make. He's got a family thing. But if you're going to be on the show, you've got to be in the building. So we got to get folks that may or may not be wanting to go. Jacob, Ed Robinson, some others, Gargoyle perhaps, there. I want to know who you want to see. I'm working on getting the Dice Coach, Bo Parker. I'm working on getting him. We'll probably have Garrison come out. We'll probably have Tony Leo come out again. Local Vegas folks. Maybe we can get Howard Rock and Roller to come out there and shoot with us a little bit. I don't want it to be a dice control, seminar, but these guys have been playing for 50 years, and Ed's highlighted them all in his shows. Let's get them out there on the table with us and just shoot the breeze a little bit. So in person only, that's how it's going to be. So let me know who you want to see and talk with, and let's start beating their doors down and getting them out there. All right, that's our plan. It's going to be Saturday and Sunday, 11th and 12th of November at Casino Quest. We are staying at Harrah's, most of us. It's an easy walk. If you're going to go, let me know. Now that I'm a host with Premier Casino Hosting, I can get you rooms, or at the very least, a reduced rate. If you have a Caesars account, just give me your information. We'll talk offline. I can hook you up with a good rate, get you there, and that's it. That's it. The website's going to be updated here in a little bit to get you the sign up form. So let's see. Dark Side, I've not watched Bubble Crap's Hunter Killer 30. I've not seen his videos. Is he like a Greg Uhulu kind of guy? Like he wins $1 billion, or I got to see. I could bring the bubble machine. Sure, I could bring the bubble machine next week. That's actually interesting. I could do that. I'll consider that. But it'll be weird to film that way. I don't know. Let's give it. Maybe I'll do it. What the hell? Let's try it. DS Hunter Killer is one of us. Who is Hunter Killer? Is that a real thing? On Bubble Craps? I don't know who is that. Let's see. Would I consider changing F87 out when I'm showing off? I could. I'm not a believer in superstition. You know me. I have one superstition, which is my one superstition, Dan, is I have to win at solitaire before I start the show. That's my only superstition. It's my good luck omen for the day. Other than that, I don't worry about changing dice out. If they go off the table, I just don't care which dice I get. It doesn't matter to me. All that, like I said, I'm a full believer in randomness. I do believe I can do a little bit of something with the dice once in a while, but honestly, all that stuff to me, it doesn't matter. That's just my thing. And again, that's going to dovetail perfectly into our talk here in a minute. So, all right, the next announcement is the Vegas party. Again, Premier Casino Hosting. My hosting group is hosting a party on December 13th through the 17th. That's going to be a watch party for Vegas versus the Chargers. Vegas Raiders versus the Chargers. Private craps table for 2 days. Private room for all the games. If you want to go to that, you let me know. My phone number is here, or email me or Discord me. Either way, I will hook you up with that. That's going to be at the Golden Valley in Henderson, GVR. The dogs are out there fighting again, of course. They always find my show, right? If you're interested in doing this, it'll be on a penthouse. It's going to be a really cool event. So anyway, that's going to be December 13th, 17th. If you want to go, let me know. I will hook you up. If you don't yet have a casino host with Caesars, which is, Harrah's and Caesars and Planet Hollywood and Paris, let me know. I can hook you up. I can be your host. We also represent station casinos. So Palace Station, Golden Valley Ranch, Durango, Red Rocks. Let me know. I can be your guy. I can hook you up now. I have the power. I have the power now, which is kind of cool. All right, next up for us is this. I think this is an interesting topic, and this came up yesterday, which is this idea of. Hold on one second. Oh God, you guys are killing me. Go over there and fight. Thank you. They have an entire basement. Right? You've been to my house, folks. You know what I'm talking about. The whole room out there. And they love to wrestle the dogs. They wrestle right outside of my door. And they bang in the door. I'm like, can you just move 3 feet that way? Anyway, this came up yesterday because of two things. I made this statement yesterday, which was the reality check. The 7 comes every 6 rolls. What does that mean? That means that the 7 is on its way? No. Does it mean that the 7 is due? No. It means that the way the dice work, 1 out of every 6 rolls is, or not 1 out of 6 rolls, you have a 1 in 6 chance of a 7 showing up on every roll of the dice, because when one die lands, the other die has the match for that to make it a 7. There's always a 1 in 6 chance. It doesn't matter that you rolled 5 times. I watched Bone Thrower the other day. talking about having a 3 count. Like 3 hits and you got to stop because you're getting close to the 7. Jacob says it a lot too. You're getting close to the 7. You're not getting closer to the 7. You're always close to the 7. It's just what that second die is going to do. Over time, the average is every 6 because there are 6 ways to do it. So the average over many, many rolls is 6. It doesn't mean you're getting there. And a lot of people, oh my God, these dogs are killing me. Hang on. Guys, out here. Go over there. Seriously. Get over here. No, stop biting. Over here. Over there. Get. Sorry. They're killing me over here. They're killing me. Anyway, you're never closer to the 6 or to the 7, right? You're always 1/6 away. And so when I see things like 3 hits and out because you're scared of the 7, or I see things like qualify a shooter, make the shooter make a point before you play with him, or the 5 count, wait for somebody to roll 5 shots because now the 7's looming, then he can make a comeback. Those things are all fallacy. And here's, again, I want to just highlight the ways that most people think about this. And I have an opinion on it, but I'm not dogmatic about it, right? If you're going to play to win, play every roll, right? This comes down to even sometimes playing the come out rolls, right? If you're going to play the come out roll, I have feelings on that. If you're going to be a box better and play the come out roll, your chances of seeing a 7 don't change. It's still 1 in 6, just like they were when the puck was on. There's no difference there. When I say don't work the come out, it's because I say don't work the come out multiple times because you can get beat multiple times, right? You can have 4, 5, 7s in a row on the come out and just go down in flames. You can't get 4 7s in a row during the roll, right? That's what I mean by don't work the come out. But it's no different than any other roll. It's still a 1 in 6 chance. If you're going to play to win, play the rolls, play every roll. It doesn't matter. The 7's going to come when it comes. These guys that play not to lose, okay? And I do this a lot, right? Skill 66, press and regress, right? You're giving up 2 rolls to keep yourself like hugged. You get this nice warm hug, you're safe because you didn't lose, right? You're playing not, the drawdowns are playing not to lose. You're reducing your risk as you go, playing not to lose, right? Those are 2 ways to play. They're both good, right? We saw yesterday, same betting, playing every roll, good way to go. Your risk goes down as the rolls happen. You're collecting money all the time. It's fine, right? The up and down, the drawdowns, you're playing not to lose. If you look at those rolls that I had, the drawdown and the 66 most of the time lose the entire bankroll, right? A one-hit wonder at least brings back $15 on a 64 across. The one-hit wonder on a 66 or a drawdown brings back about basically nothing. You lose the whole thing. You can also be a play not at all guy, okay? And this is where I draw my line. The 1 count, the Grafstein 1 count, where you say, shooters got to prove they can make a point before I'm going to make a bet on them, okay? If you're a believer in randomness, which I am, the dice are random unless you're amazing with the dice. The dice are random. We can debate that at a different time. If you're a believer in randomness, then there's nothing you can do to qualify a shooter. A shooter cannot be qualified. Somebody who's ripping the dice up and throwing them out cannot be qualified as a good shooter. He happened to get lucky and not throw a 7 before his number doesn't make him any better or any more qualified than me or anybody else. Can't qualify somebody, right? The dice are, I look at like if you qualify a guy, you wasted rolls. That's how I see that. I'm in the play to win category. I want to play all the rolls. If you qualify a shooter, you're wasting his good rolls. The 5 count, same thing. You qualify the 5 count, you're wasting good rolls. Same thing. Just because the shooter rolled 5 numbers, Dominator, does not mean they have beaten it and they're going to go for a long roll, or that your comeback on roll number 6 is perfectly timed for the 7. It doesn't freaking matter. Every single roll is equal in terms of the 7 probability coming on. And the DGE way of playing, the fallacy way, right? Waiting for not playing for 40 rolls, waiting for the perfect condition of 10 straight non-field rolls before I make a field bet, or the perfect condition of 7 7s before a 4 before I bet the 4. Like those, the dice don't care. It's in big bold letters here. The dice do not care about any of that. Every single roll, you have a 1 in 6 chance of that 7 showing up. It may happen 7 times in a row. It's not a pattern. It's not a trend. It's just shit that happens on the table. And I think when you start crafting strategies around this is going to happen because that happened, or this is about to happen because it hasn't happened in a while, you're going to end up in a world of hurt unless you have the bankroll to fund that, like Charlie does. Charlie can fund that strategy with his bankroll. I can't. You can't. Waylon plays to win. Waylon's press on the losses. He plays that way most of the time, working on every roll. He's playing to win every single roll. That's a whole different mindset than playing away from the table and not playing at all. Not playing at all is not winning, and it's not losing. It's just not playing. You may as well stay home. If you're going to wait for all the rolls, why even be there? That's my argument to that. Not playing, you can say that you're not losing and that you're extending your bankroll. You're just not playing. And I think whatever, you can feel smart about that when it works out for you, right? And it does. I know guys that play the trends, right? I think a 9's coming. You threw 5-4, or on your dice, I saw 5 5s or 4s in the last 8 rolls. That means you're going to throw a 5-4-9 in the next 3 rolls. Okay? If that's how your mind sees it, cool, bet that way. When it works, you're a hero. When it doesn't work, I'm the hero, right? Dice don't care. The dice don't care at all. They're going to do what they're going to do. The best way to play this game, I think, is to have smart money out there. Put your bets in good places, right? Find a way to play that survives when the roll is short, that thrives when the roll is long. To me, if you're not playing every roll, you're missing out on every chance you have for that to happen. If you're taking rolls off here and there, you're missing out on things. And I think missing out on things is not losing, but you're not losing because you're not playing. And I cannot play at home. Does that make sense? That's my dogmatism on this here. Not playing is to me, John, it doesn't make sense to me. It makes sense to you. It's cool. Just know what you're doing. You're not playing to win. You're not even playing not to lose. You're just not playing at all. And all you're doing is putting gaps between when your bets are active. And by putting gaps in between, you're just increasing your time at the table. That's all that you're doing. And yeah, you're making your bankroll last longer than mine, but only because you've seen 13 rolls when I've seen 40 rolls. You're still going to see 40 rolls. You're just going to see 40 rolls over 3 hours instead of 40 rolls over 45 minutes, right? That we can't change. I know. And like I said, we don't, Jay, and by the way, Jay, I don't know. I hate to do this to you. And you don't have to answer this question. I'm calling you Jay because I think that's your name. I don't really know your name. So I'm calling you Jay, but that's what I'm doing. I don't have to convince you. You're an old guy, right? I don't know how old you are. I think you're in your 60s. You've been playing for a long time, right? Darkside been playing for a long time. Blacklight been playing for a long time. Dusted been playing for a long time, right? You have your, and Frank, NJ Polka Guy, plays for a long time. You all have your ways that work for you, right? Grafstein has his way that worked for him. He wrote books about it, and it's fine. I don't need to convince you to play my way. I just want everybody to know that when you play that way, this is what you're actually doing. You're just extending your time by putting gaps between the roles that you're active for. That's all that it's doing. If it works for you, and works for you emotionally, it works for you mentally, and it works for your bankroll and the way that you've played over the years, awesome. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic and fine, and it works for you. It doesn't work for me. I can't play that way. And that's why, because I have the microphone, I get to say that. It doesn't mean that it's the truth or that it's the last word on this. It's my word on it. And I think mathematically, I'm sound in saying that. Mathematically, I'm sound in saying, if you take these 5, 6, 10, 13 roll gaps when you're not playing, you're still going to see 40 total rolls. Now, you're cherry picking the rolls you're going to see, but you're still seeing 40 rolls just like I did. And we're all still going to be at risk for that 7, the same 1 out of 6 chance on every roll that you're exposed to. That's the thing that's important to remember. Okay. Again, if it works for you, it works for you, and it's all good. There's lots of books written that have those types of philosophies in them. I don't subscribe to that theory, and that's just me. So there it is. The dice don't care what you're doing. I would rather be in and be out. I like to be playing when the opportunity arises, not jumping into opportunity that's already happened or that's trying to get going. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to me. So, all right, let's see. Justin said, Hunter Killer looks at roll history and follows it. Yeah. Now, you're talking about bubble craps though, right? So bubble craps is a different animal, right? And again, guys that read the dice, that look at combinations, God bless you, man. I can't do that. I watched Alfredo do it. I've seen George do it. I've seen guys really try to do this. I can't do it. I am not a good enough shooter to where my combinations are stable enough, right? I know that when I shoot the chopper with my hardware set on top, I will see more often my tops and bottoms working than not, 3 or 4% of the time more often than not. I don't know that I can make a betting decision on that. There's not enough juice there to make a betting decision. If you see that in the dice and you're that good, and I'm talking to Blacklight and Dusted, these are guys that do this, that's what they do. Great, man. I don't see it. I don't see it in a random game. I don't see it, but there you go. All right, here we go. Darksider, you'll show me one day. How about this? How about you show me in Vegas the weekend of November 11th and 12th? Get your ass out there. Let's do it. Come to Vegas. Let's play, right? It's going to be great. By the way, Crash for the Cure is awesome. Get out there and play. I mean, all of you, Jay, everybody, Dusted, get there. Get to Vegas. I will get you rooms. Let's do this. Let's have a fun weekend. Let's do it at the table at Casino Quest. Let's play. It's not 24 hours. It's going to be 12 hours, 2 days in a row. Let's get out there and play, guys. Let's do it. I mean, it's going to be hella fun. It was super fun last year. Let's get it done. All right, here we go. Moving on. Quick review. Low roller run and gun. Right. This was the run to base. This was the tier pressure. Massive press, get to base. Right. This was the red cross. Right. Big old iron cross out there. 2-3 hits and then regress down to base. These are all playing not to lose ways, by the way. Playing not to lose. A storm. Big ass don't. Big ass bets. 3 hits and pull it all back. And then play light. These run and gun strategies are the play not to lose way to play. Like I was just talking about. These are 2-3 roll protectionary plays. Keep my money safe. Get me out of this hand so I can relax and then attack a table. That's that style of play. Okay. The next thing we looked at was yesterday was the lock and load. The same better. Playing every roll. This guy here is playing to win on every roll. He's always bringing money back. Always bringing money back. That's this lock and load guy is that first category. Today, we're going to do this one. We're going to do this, what I call the low roll and hammer strategy. Now, this is not, again, anything new. I gave it the name hammer because it sounds cool. That's it. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to go from the get, okay? We're going to start from the don't potentially. You can make this a 6, 7, 8. I'm not going to do it today, but I'm going to show you how you could do it. You can make it a 6, 7, 8 play, okay, if you want. But the core of the strategy is this. We're going to same bet every number one time. So every number on that felt is going to get same betted the first time, okay? Once the number gets hit once and we pull it back, that number is considered to be paid for. At that point, that number starts getting rhythm pressed. Now, what rhythm press is to you and to me and to SJ and to Dusted and to Jen and to John, totally different, okay? You could be a single unit presser. After you get your money back on the 8, you can go 8 to, or 12 to 18 to 24 to 30. If you want to be skill and luck, your rhythm press is going to be half pressing. You're going to go from 12 to 18, 18 to 30, 30 to 42. You're going to half press it. If your rhythm press is going to be somebody like VDC, you might go white, white, red and go press, press, big collect, press, press, big collect, and hammer the shit out of it. You could be me and do like a parlay press or a 1, 2, 3, 4 on the number. Doesn't matter what you do in rhythm on the number. Just get the number paid for. So every number gets paid for, then they go on their own steam. That's the core of the strategy. If at any point in time you happen to achieve bankroll neutrality, so let's pretend the 8 hits, right? Same bet the 8, $14. You're out 64 across, by the way. $14, you're down $50. Let's say the 8 hits 3 more times, right? And you're going to get paid, 14 go to 18, 18 go to 24, go to 30. That 30 hits. Let's say the 8 hits that 4th time. Boom. You now have $68 in your rack, whatever it is in your rack. At that point, every number gets rhythm pressed. Once you're even, you can rhythm press the whole thing. Okay? Once you're even, who cares? I'm saying same bet each number until you're even, but while the number repeats, go after it a little bit. It's a little bit of press what's playing, a little bit of same bet and being careful, right? It should work out pretty good. Jen says, what's the 1, 3, 2, 4? That would be a bet where you have, let's say that take the 5 as an example, the 5 at $10. That's a 1 unit. 1 unit is $10, okay? On a table minimum. It hits the first time, it pays $14. Your next bet is a 3-unit bet. So you're gonna put $6 on the table and make it look like 30. So you go 1 unit to 3 units. When the $30 hits, it pays 42, regress it back down to 2 units, which is $20. The $20 hits, you go to 4 units. You parlay it up. Now it's at $40. When that hits and pays 56, when all comes down, you win 10 units. That's a 1, 3, 2, 4. That's a great line betting strategy. It works on the box too. There's a little bit of regular collection in there. But there's also some hammering in there. So you can be super aggressive. That's like advanced, super aggressive pressing that can work in a sequence and keep your bets nice and high. So there it is, guys. Yeah, 1, 3, 2, 4 it's a baccarat strat. It works on the line. It works great in the field. It works great as a pass line play or a don't pass line play. I do it in the box sometimes when I'm feeling froggy. It works pretty well. Anyway, there's your low roller hammer. Okay, it's a same bet on the number, rhythm press thereafter. Excuse me. Let's go play it. Let's go to the table. Turn this bad boy on and let's do it. Let's do it. It works for roulette too. Yeah, anything that's a 1-to-1, the 1, 3, 2, 4 is fantastic. You got to get lucky though. Okay, let's roll it out. And I got about 15 minutes here to roll, so let's do it quick. Oh man, get some coffee in me here. I'm dying. What I have in the rack, by the way, is 5 shots. I have 5 $65 shots at this. Okay, we're gonna take one out. Watch how I manage my rack, by the way. I've not been doing very good at showing you rack management skills, but I will. Today is gonna be a good day for that. Watch how I do this. You'll know when it's time to go by watching the rack. There's a dollar change, 64 across, $1 change, puck is off. Let's get it on here. We got a 9. All right, there's a 6, 3, 9. That's your point. Now watch every number. And what we can do here, we can take Lammers, okay? And we can stretch it out and say I'll do the PCs on top so we know where we are. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. All right. When I flip the chip, that means I've collected on it so I don't forget. That's how we're going to know. I'm going to use my rack to tell me where I'm at. Let's get some numbers. There's a 5, 4, 9. Okay, so the 9 is going to pay $14. I'm going to take the whites this time because we're going to need the whites to make some of the other presses that we need. $14 into the rack. Okay, puck is going to be off. The 9 has been collected on. So the 9 can now start its little pressing time. You don't got to use the Lammers, but they help. They help me to remember shit. Puck is on the 8. And again, if you're playing, quote unquote, playing to win, you can work the come out and you would have got paid on the 9 and on this 8. Okay. The rule is if you're working your box bets on the come out and you get whacked by a 7, don't go back out until the point gets set because you don't want to get stuck where you can lose 64 across 5 rolls in a row, right? Once is fine. The way that when the puck is off, it's the one time where you can lose all these bets multiple times on multiple rolls. You don't want to take that risk. But yeah, if you want to work it once, we can have that talk. All right, there's a 5, a 3, 2, 5. That's going to pay 15 for 1. 15 for 1 out of my rack. Okay, we'll put this in here. Now what I'm going to do, by the way, is I'm going to color these up as they come. So I want you to see how this works. We have 25 hours in reds. I'm going to slam that up against the rail here. Okay, there's the 5, by the way, 5 getting hit. I'm going to build this back up. You'll see where we get to. Okay, let's keep avoiding the 7. There's an 8, and that's the point. Okay, that's going to pay also 15 for 1, and the 8 now has been collected on. I put the $15 in the rack. The puck is going to come off, and boy, oh boy, hitting points quick sucks because you're not getting paid. We've missed out now on getting paid the 9, the 8, and the 6 as they get set because we're in the rhythm of the puck here, right? Here we go. There's your 7. All right, that's the 7 out. So what happened on this one here, we never got into a rhythm press. We never got there. It just for whatever reason, this time it didn't happen. We did collect on 3 numbers, the 5, the 8, and the 9. So we feel like we're a same better in this situation. We didn't get our money back. I've got 4 slots. I'll move this over here. So I've got 40 bucks out of 43 bucks out of 64. So we're down $19 on that shot. Not a big deal. I'm going to take the next set of $65 out, dollar change, and we're set back up 64 across. All right. We're going to, and again, you can look at my rack and see that I'm now down 2 shooters. I wasted 1. We got burned, and I'm out for my second one. Let's hope we get a better run here. There's a midnight. There's another 9. All right, here we go. 5, 3, 8, sweet. All right, the 8 gets hit. That's 15 bucks. 15 for 1. I'll mark the 8 as being hit. Put this in a rack. Now watch my rack here, right? I've got $25 in reds. Now I've got $55 towards putting my rack back to normal again. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be really a pain in the ass about that until it happens. Here's another 617. So that one was a crappy roll all the way around. We're not quite to where we have that. We didn't earn back a shooter yet, right? So I've got to take another bullet out of the gun here. This is good. This is good. We're just getting destroyed, which is fantastic. All right, let's keep this over here. We're going to try and get ourselves back to bankroll neutral. Welcome to the disgusting game of craps where you donate your money every third roll, right? Here we go. 4 hard. All right. Awesome. 4 hard. That's going to pay 18 bucks on that 4. We can drop 2 and take 20. Okay, 20 for 2. If I take this into my rack, there's 50, 60, $5. Okay, I can take that 65 bucks and now I put 1 shooter back in the hopper. Okay, I've recovered back 1 of the losses. So I have 3 shooters, 4 shooters. We started out with 5, so I'm 1 shooter down. As I mentioned, remember we talked about like recovery systems and how do you bet while you're in recovery mode? This is recovery mode. Watch me recover the bankroll. If we catch a run here, we're gonna recover it. What hit, by the way? What was the number that rolled that gave me that? I forget. Was it an 8? Shit, I forget now. I think it was the 8. All right, there's the 6, by the way. 15 for 1. Now the 6 is hit. That can go in the rack, and there's a quarter. Again, I'll put it over here until I can see some goodness. Here we go. Let's go. There's a 5 for 1. There's a hard 10. Oh, it was the 4 that hit. It wasn't the 8, it was the 4. It was the 4. Okay, now we got a 10. Okay, the 10's gonna pay 18 bucks. We're out of whites, so we'll do 15, 18 bucks. And there's the 10. Look how hard it is, by the way, to get a number 2 repeat. As we're doing this, you've seen I haven't had more than 3 buttons flipped over in these rolls. I haven't had one of them get on the repeat yet. We haven't even started rhythm pressing. We're like, we need something to happen, and there's another freaking 7, right? We need something to happen so we can actually play the strat correctly. We can't, right? Another 7 takes the 64 bucks. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the next bullet. Boy, we're getting hammered here on the hammer, right? The hammer strategy is getting its ass kicked. Just what it is, right? There's a 9. There's another 9. I hate this one. I hate buckshot and numbers. Man, I hate it. All right, 15 for 1. Okay, and again, I can take these 2 reds and those reds there and make it a quarter. There's 55. That was the 9. So we're $5 away from having a shooter recovered. Buck is off. It goes to the 6. Here we go. There's the 4-2. Let's get it. Let's get one number to repeat one time today so I can show the damn strategy, huh? God, I hate this. Boy, I hate that. 6, it's 15 for 1 again. It's okay. 15 for 1. I'm going to put 10 bucks of that over here. That's 65 bucks. We got one of our shooters back. We're down to 3, 4 shooters. We're still one $65 shooter down. Okay. Will this be the one? Another 6, 4, 2. And that would be the 6 we got paid on. Okay, there's a 5, 4, 1, 5. 15 for 1. Let's mark the 5 as getting hit. Let's go. Let's have a good run. Midnight, don't matter. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Have we been 3 hits and out every single roll? Every roll we've been 3 hits and out, right? There's another 7. Dang, another 65 bucks going out. Jeez, Lou, we can't get out of our own freaking way here. Doesn't matter what strategy you're playing today. There's the point. It's going to be a 10. Maybe we'll stop with the buckshots here, right? 5. All right. This is the one. This is going to be the guy that does it for us. 15 for 1. We'll mark the 5. Ace, deuce. 1, 2, 3. 6. All right. That's our second number. Yippee-ki-yay. 15 for 1. That is the 6, 5, 6. By the way, that's 2 quarters out there. Working our way back to health here. 4, 6, 10. All right, that's the point. That pays 18 bucks. Puck is off. That 15 bucks recovers a shooter for us. That makes us back to having 3 shooters, right? And again, rack management's important to know where you are, right? How much money you have or how many shots you got at the thing. We're at 3, 4 shooters. We're still down 65 bucks. Easy to tell when you're managing your chips right. All right, there's a, oh my God, we did it again. That was a 4, 2, 6, not a 7. Buckshot the frickin' point. 15 for 1. And there is the 6. Now we've had 3 numbers hit in this series, right? Which is great. Any one of those numbers hits, we can maybe get a press in here and make some extra cashola, huh? There's the 8. Come on, let's go. No big red here. No big red. Let's avoid it. Hey, we got another 8. That sucks. That kind of sucks. The 8 hits. Puck is off. That one gets done. 15 for 1 yet again. And we're marching towards it. We're marching towards it. 4 hard. All right. End point. Let's go. Let's stay healthy here for a minute. Hey, we got a 5. Cool. That's one that we already collected on. Finally, we got one that we can do something with, right? 15 for 1. And let's just do a single unit press today, right? The rhythm press we're going to do here is a single unit press. Nice and simple. Again, I'm going to take those greens, or the reds for a green. What I've got there is now 30, 40 bucks. One more green chip, and that becomes whole. 4, we hit the point. Awesome. And the 4 has been not hit. We haven't collected on a 4 yet. That's the first time on a 4. Right there. It'll pay 18 bucks. Bam, puck is off. Every number's hit once. Only the 5 is hit twice. There's a 9. Hey, heart 6. All right. Awesome sauce. We can do, again, I'll do 15 for 2. Okay. So 15 for 1 and 1 as the press. $10 coming home. Those nickels make a quarter. That quarter goes here, and look at where we are. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 shooters back in my rack. My 5th shooter, my starting bankroll is back plus out here. I have a press here, and I have a little press here. I have $6, $11 on the felt. That's profit, technically speaking. So we fought back. Okay, every number but the 10 has been pressed. I don't need those anymore. They can just go to the side. Once the 10 goes, and actually, if you think about it, we are in profit. We can just start pressing up. There's the 7. So right when I say that, we get whacked. But there it is. That's the plan right there. $64. Here's 65. $1 change. Make this our last shooter. Yo, 11 yo, Chiro Midmo. Midnight. Chiro's riding partner. And there's the 9, 5-4. All righty. There's the point. Put the ladders back out there. Let's track ourselves. We got a 10, 6, 4, 10 up on the end. Let me 20 for the $2 we have. There's our 10. 8. Sweet. That'll pay $14. I'll just take the whites this time. 14 into the rack. 7. Boy, oh boy, how reality is this? We had one roll where we had like 6 box hits. The rest of the rolls have been 2 or 3 and out, right? It's brutal, man, brutal. We can do one more shooter. One more shooter because I feel like it. I want to get one shot at it here to get our profit in the rack. Boy, Crash is a hard game, isn't it? Isn't this a hard game? We did buckshot some points, which means the dark side would have gotten hit a couple of times on this thing, but it was 3 threes in a row. The dark side would have made some money on these other shots. It's 7 on the come out. Jeez. 9. All right. Let's make this shooter happen. Can we do it? Midnight. Oh, I got to reset my 10. Come on. Let's redo it. Nope. 7. All right, well, it's going to be that day. I'm scared to go to the garage now. We lost our 64. So we never got there. We had one time where we had 2 numbers get a tiny bit of a press. So, hey, I introduced a new strategy, and I destroy it right away. It's awesome. Awesome, awesome. Where we get to here, by the way, in the rack, not very far. There's a quarter. There's a nickel. All right, so we lost out of 5 times 65, we have 2.5 left. So we lost half our money on that. We just never got anywhere. If we were doing purely a save ourselves, like a 2 press and out type of thing, we'd be in the exact same spot because we would have got those PSOs would have burned the entire thing. Here, at least, we got 14, 15, $28 back a few times. Not good rolling today. Not good rolling by yours truly, and we got burned on it, but there's an elephant graveyard system on that, right? Yeah, you would have made Wingle on the dark side for sure. Let's go back over here. Let me get back here. Yeah, dark side would have made money on that one because that one, all the rolls were super short. And I think on that one, like I said here, optionally from the don't, if you go from the don't on this one and you turn it from, going from the don't, by the way, turns the strategy from a play to win, which is I'm on the right side, I'm going for the thing, into a play not to lose strategy. So the don't hedges you off, playing not to lose on those box numbers up there. 6, 7, 8 is a play not to lose. The straight up box is a play to win. We did it play to win today. That as a 6, 7, 8 strategy would be okay. You'd probably tread water for a little bit. And if a good roll happens, you'd be fine. If you're pure dark side, you made money today most likely. I didn't have but one come out 7, I think. And I think I buckshot the point 3 times. But yeah, the other ones were not too bad. Let's see. Let's see. You're saying you guarantee you'll never be ahead. I would agree with you. You're not going to be ahead no matter what you do. Like, that's the thing you have to realize. If you're saying you're stating the obvious in a non-obvious way, right? You're never going to, like, I'm going to go to the final thoughts. Final thought screen, because I got to get out of here for the paycheck. Hold on a second. Because I got to restate what you said there, because it's so important to hear this. Everybody, please listen. Write this down. Write down what Darksider says here, and write down what I'm about to say. You guarantee you'll never be ahead. I guarantee, almost guarantee. I'm an outlier. There's a few of us out here that are outliers, that are ahead for their life in this game. Only because I'm ahead, only because I've hit enough massive home runs to cover all the small losses. All the days like this where I lose $150, they all get smothered by the couple times that I won 10K, right? That's the only reason why I had lifetime. I guarantee with you, Darksider, you'll never be ahead in this game in the long run, no matter what you do. Whether you're playing every roll, or whether you're taking rolls off, or whether you're sniffing out a 9, or whether you're farming the field because I'm throwing 3s, whatever you're doing out there, everybody listening, not just calling you out, but all you guys that are the trendy bettors, all you guys that are the 5 counters, qualified shooter guy, it doesn't fucking matter. You're going to lose in this game in the long run, shit run or go blind. That's just the way that it works. You're going to catch the runs where it takes your money. Look at that run right there. Beautiful. That strategy is beautiful. Same bet, same bet, same bet, press, and you're right. Dice don't care. The dice don't care what you're doing. You will eventually lose money over time. There's no guarantees of anything. All I'm saying to everybody is bet the way you want. Just know it. Know that when you're not betting, you're not safe. Like you're only not losing because you're not putting money at risk. I can not put my money at risk from my house. And that's what I'm trying to say there. So it doesn't matter. Do what you want to do. I'm okay with whatever you want to do. I just want you to know you all got to know the reality of it. Taking off rolls, playing every roll, it's all the same. It's all the same. Every roll that you're out there for, you're at risk to lose the money. Every single roll you have the same risk on every roll that you had when you were not playing as when you are playing. It just doesn't matter. Unless you are an actual controlled shooter. That's the only thing that can change that equation, is that if you can actually produce numbers in some kind of pocket, which, again, debates to be had later. And there it is. Timing is everything. Timing is 100% everything, right? I threw a 54 roller over the weekend when I was down to my last $70 and I couldn't attack the roll, right? Unless your mindset is, screw it, blow it up, right? I couldn't attack the roll. I had to recover my bankroll. So therefore, I played it conservatively. Timing is everything. That roll happened. It was going to happen. Nothing I can change about that. Just that when I got to that roll, I was in a bad way. Frank was saying, or somebody said in chat or in Discord today, they walked up to a table. They walked up into a heater, bought in, first bet on the table, guy goes on a heater, won $9,000. It was pressed by one, not pressed by one. It was, I forget the channel's name, the Craps Lab guy. Walked into a table, $1,500 buy-in. The first shooter goes on a heater, he makes $7,000. Good timing. Timing is perfect. If he had lost, $1,440, he doesn't make $10,000 on that roll. Timing. Timing is where it's at, guys. All right. We actually agree on more than we disagree with on this kind of stuff. I know you say that, but it is the truth. If you're not playing, you're not at risk. I get it. But you can't predict what's going to happen. There's no way to say, I saw 3 of these, now I'm going to take it off, and that it doesn't make a difference. Ultimately, it doesn't make a difference. Anyway, I will roll that win craps next week. Maybe next week we'll do a little bit of waiting around and seeing if both players go to 0 or not. They will. One will just take twice as long. But anyway, guys, I love y'all. I got to go. It's 9:06. I went long today. The dogs are fighting again, and I got to go out there in the garage and make that money. So I will see you out there and make that money. Love y'all, and God bless. Bye. No? Why is it not working? Let's try this.